Hello, everybody! This is going to be a much lower budget thing here because I'm on a time crunch in order to make other stuff. But, I wanted to talk about some of my favorite, Sonic characters that everybody seems to fucking despise. Because, honestly, the Sonic community is toxic as hell. Can't say I didn't contribute to that, but shh, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Shh, shut up. So, yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over some Sonic characters I really like that other people hate. First off, let's get the elephant out of the room. I like Elise. I like Elise quite a lot. Obviously, she's not, like, anywhere near my favorite character because there's not a lot to her, but I just think she is incredibly overhated just because she was in a bad game. She was a woman in a bad game, and that made people hate her. Now, obviously, there's the whole kissing Sonic thing, but that's not exactly her fault. The writers made her do that, and honestly, I think Sonic and Elise could have worked if they just had, like, one or two more drafts where, you know, they actually had any chemistry whatsoever, because the problem was just there was no chemistry between them. We've seen a little bit of Elise. I believe Elise got a story on Sonic Channel with Silver. I thought that was pretty neat. And honestly, obviously I never want to see her as a love interest again. I just don't think Sonic works with a love interest. But I would love to see more Elise. I would love to see more exploration of Soliana. They've been warming up to 06 because we had the whole, you know, Methylis getting acknowledged again repeatedly. Him appearing in Shadow Generations. So they're not allergic to 06 anymore. So I would like to see Elise be given another shot under a team of better writers, which we have right now. Despite what people say, I like Ian Flynn's stuff. I think he's neat. And I think Elise is neat. And I would love to see more of her. Alright, to the Shadow Realm with you. Goodbye, Elise. You are no longer needed. Let's talk Charmy. Now, Charmy isn't as hated anymore. Because, again, the Chaotix are actually in the people's good conscience again. But for a while there, people fucking despised Charmy. I mean, Shadow despises Charmy. Did you see what he said in Crossworlds? But, despite that, I think he's just a silly little guy. And I am not going to get mad at this guy. I'm not going to get mad at Charmy. I am not going to get mad at hang on, let me double check myself. Okay, I was right, he's 6. I'm not gonna get mad at a 6-year-old little boy for being a 6-year-old little boy. I think people just are mean, okay? Obviously, people fucking love the Chaotix now. Chaotix case files is popping the fuck off, but for a while there, people wanted this guy dead. This guy right here, they wanted him dead. So, goodbye, Charmy. The people are getting what they want. Let's talk. Okay, this is gonna get me fucking flamed, but I don't care. This is Infinite. I like Infinite a lot. I am the only person in existence who liked Sonic Forces. Am I gonna call it a good game? Hell no. But I liked Sonic Forces quite a lot. It's so supremely dumb, and I just kind of fucking love dumb shit. Okay? I love Infinite. He is a fraud, absolutely. But I think that's a really funny premise for a character, is just being a fraud, and that's your entire characterization. It's beautiful, honestly. I would really love to see Infinite get another shot. I think, fuck, what's the name of his voice actor? Hang on, it's tip of my tongue. Tip of my tongue, right here. Infinite... Liam O'Brien, that was it. I knew it was a Liam. I think Liam O'Brien is great as Infinite. His voice is an absolute treat to listen to. And, again, he's just one of those characters that just, unfortunately, was in a game with bad writing. And I think he should be given a second shot in a game with good writing. Goodbye, Infinite. Alright, let's talk these guys. I originally wanted to give the Deadly Six their own video. Am I gonna call them, like, the pinnacle of character design? No, because they're not. They're unbelievably generic. But I'm gonna be honest, that kinda works with Sonic, you know? Sonic just kinda needs more villains, I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of it just being Eggman and then a bunch of one-offs. The IDW comics are really good about this, about giving us a variety of villains to deal with. But as for the main games, it's just kind of been Eggman, 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 the End is there, Infinite's there, but he's working for Eggman. I just think Sonic needs a more interesting cast of villains, and I think the Deadly Six fill it out nice because while they're kind of boring characters, when they're combined, I have the feeling that under the right writers, they could bounce off each other really well. Because, like, recently, a few of them have been getting fleshed out. Zavok is in a bunch of stuff, and he has... I'm not gonna say he's more than a one-dimensional character, but he's bordering on that second dimension. He's bordering on it. I can feel it. Xena has been getting a lot of really good characterization lately, I'm not even gonna lie. I like that little Sonic Channel art of her painting the Deadly Six's nails. I think it's nice to have her be more than a girl stereotype. Like, obviously, she's still, like, just the stereotypical, this is the girl ever, that is a woman on my screen. But, I don't know, her doing the nails for the others is just kinda adorable. Because she's self-absorbed, but she kinda cares. I mean, she cares enough to make them all look good. And I just think if they were explored more, they could actually be quite the interesting cast of characters. Are they ever going to be top tier? No, God, no. But I like Zaz, I like Zavok, I like Xena. I don't entirely hate Zor. Zik is there. Zamam. I don't know how to feel about Zamam. I feel like Zamam is the one they could save the most, because right now his entire thing is just being a fat stereotype, but I feel like he could be more, you know? In the way he speaks in the game, there's this hint of insecurity to him, and I think if the others kinda, or if the other writers just kinda leaned into that a little, explored what makes Zamam tick, I think Zamam could actually be more interesting than just, haha, funny fat joke. Look, it's a fat guy. We put a fat guy on screen. Are you gonna laugh? We're gonna make him eat a big sandwich. Because he's like, "Are you gonna make me look bad?" And I think the prospect of being a member of the Deadly Six and the other Deadly Six don't like you is kind of interesting, because nobody seems to really fuck with Zamam. Like, they let him come to group meetings, but he's never really, like, an important part of anything. It's mainly Zavok and Zaz, and then Xena's on screen occasionally. It's mainly just a matter of they need to be fleshed out a little more, which I think can absolutely be done. And that's gonna do it. But first, I just wanted to apologize for the Metal Sonic video. Like I said in a community post, which I will link down below, I did not handle that video the best. But in my defense, that was the first video of its type that I have ever done. I still stand by a lot of what I said, but obviously not everything. I think a few of my points were rather weak. But my point with that video was that Metal Sonic does not have to win fights to be a good character. I think determining a character based on how much they win stuff is kind of boring. So that's why I made that video, and that's why I made this one. Because a lot of people hate these guys because they're just kind of there. But I kind of love them. And so I wanted to shed a little light on some Sonic characters I like that everybody seems to despise. Are people right to despise them? In the case of the Deadly Six, probably, but I still think you're kind of meanie paninis. Yeah, more Sonic content soon, and I am sorry for being a mini panini myself. Just kidding, I'm not! Fuck you!